I'm actually about to go to urgent treatment. Don't tell my sister. It wasn't human. What do you mean you don't have any success with guys? This book is so good. Good morning everyone. Welcome back to a vlog. I'm very excited because we're doing a reading vlog again. And I feel like I haven't done one in ages. It's bank holiday Sunday. It is boiling. I don't actually know what the temperature is right now. But I have literally been awake a while because it's just been too hot to sleep. It is currently, oh, it's only 20 degrees now. Great. But it is going to be 29 today, so that is scorching. I have great plans to read a lot today. So I'm not going to do the full like 24-hour readathon, but I think I might just do how much can I read in 48 hours. But not as like a readathon challenge, like just casually reading. I'm currently reading The Dagger in the Flame and I'm over halfway through that, so that is obviously my first mission to get that finished, and then we'll pick some more books, try and take my TBR down because there's too much there. So this is what I'm reading currently. Look how good the sprayed edge is, and I am, let's see, on page 256. So I definitely think we can get that done today. I'm actually about to go to urgent treatment because I kicked my, literally like my drawer was open there like 3 days ago, and I was like bouncing around to like get to my desk and I kicked it full force, and my foot has just got increasingly more swollen. So we're gonna go get it scanned, but never fear, the reading vlog will continue. I think I'm gonna bring my book with me and then read a bit there because I'll be waiting anyway. It's a pretty big book to be bringing, but I'm gonna do it anyway. The influencer life never stops, guys. The heat makes me miserable, so I don't know how much outdoor time I'm gonna have today because I don't like it. But I'm gonna have a quick shower, get dressed, and go down and get my foot scanned, and we'll see where we're at. I'm all showered, so I'm gonna try and see how much I can read before I have to go. Oh, there you are, my friend. Stay there. I'm gonna see how much I can read of this before we go down and get my foot scanned. I am back. It is a soft tissue injury. We are fine. But I was there kind of a while and I didn't read too much. It was just like very hard to concentrate. However, I can't remember how much, I don't think I updated you on how much I'd read beforehand, but I'm on page 286, so I think I've read 20 pages so far today, which is not that much, and I think like 15 of them were before I even went. But now it is 20 to 12, bank holiday can officially begin, and I'm just going to sit and veg and try and finish this. I think I've got like 200 more pages, so if I do some quick maths I can work out how long that should take me to read. Part of me was so tempted to swap onto my Kindle for this book, but then it does just feel like buying for buying's sake, so I'm not going to do that. But I love that a Kindle tells you how long you have left. I feel like I'm way more inclined to like do it because of that. Should take me an hour and a half to finish, so I'm going to lock in, try and finish that potentially before lunch, or might just have to break just for lunch. And then I have another book that should be arriving, but if it doesn't arrive in time then I'll pick another one and then try read another one. My goal is to read 3 books, and obviously I've already like finished this one, so maybe 4 including this one. We shall see. That could be way too ambitious. But the pages started curling in the heat, so currently my book is being squashed between a book and a fruit bowl, so we're not reading right now. I hate that. She probably won't even mind, but I just hate the thought of ruining someone else's book. I'm gonna pick another book while I'm waiting for the other one to repair itself. That one's a fantasy, so I'm gonna pick something that's not a fantasy. That's precarious. Maybe it should be one of these three that's like falling off. I want to read something quick. I've got a book coming that's a romance that I am very excited about. Do I read a thriller? I really want to read this, but like I said, I've got a book coming that's a romance. Do I want to read 2 romances in a row? I don't want to read another fantasy, so I'm not going to do that. Maybe I'll read a thriller. Am I going to get scared? Probably. Or I could read Remarkably Bright Creatures, but I just don't envisage this being a quick read, and I'm really excited about my next one. Oh, this is also like a really... This is a thriller. How many pages is this? That's less than 300 pages. Should I just read this? It's really not my... I don't like thrillers, but I have them on my list because I'm trying to... My reading goal this year was to expand what genres I read, and I've got a lot better. I've read a historical fiction. I've read women's fiction. Obviously read fantasy and romance because I always do that. But I don't really read... I read The Housemaid, which I guess is... Let me read this. It's very quick, and I don't want to read it at night because it will scare me. So maybe I'll read it now. And what, 250 pages is going to take me... It could take me like less than 2 hours to read. Okay, it's decided. Okay, it is 2 o'clock on the dot actually, and I am 48 pages into The Fun House, and it's not my type of thing. I definitely am going to finish it just because I'm not even invested, but like I feel like I'm already a third of the way through. I might as well keep going. But it is very weird. It's very like outdated. I don't actually know when it was written, but some of the terminology is just a bit like, is this allowed? First published in 1981. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. That does explain a lot of the language, because basically there is a carnival. A woman ran away from her very, very strict family to live with a carnival man who did not treat her very well, and they had some kind of like creature as a child. It was very unclear, like, I don't know, it was like, it wasn't human. I got a bit confused. That's not a spoiler because that's literally in the first like couple of pages. Something happens and he basically says he is gonna be on the lookout for her and like basically seek vengeance on her. And then we see who I can only assume right now is her child, like in a whole situation. But there's a lot of language. Like there was like a point where it was like, I hope your child is born deformed, and it's like where are we? That's not appropriate. So I think that is a potential thing that could make me DNF if it gets any more icky in that. Like I just don't like reading it. I just don't like reading it at all, and I'm very confused. I think this is meant to be a thriller, but yeah, it is a bit bizarre and I'm not loving it, and I do think a lot of the things said are not very appropriate and not very nice. But yeah, I'll keep going and see if it gets any better. What's she doing under there? I have just under 100 pages left and I hate this book. It's so messed up. It's so like stressful. But not in a good way. Like, I just don't think I'm built for this genre. I think this book in general is just not great, but I just don't think I'm built for this genre either. My camera, but I finished this and I hated it. I think I'm gonna rate it like 1 star. It was just like so offensive and grotesque, and like I just felt very uncomfortable reading it. And obviously I know you're meant to in books like this, but it just wasn't in the way I was expecting, and it was just very like, ugh, like I just didn't like it. And also just nothing happened. Like there was a bunch of things that I was like, what is the point of this? Like, this is so random. I mean, I did binge it in like, I don't know how long, but I don't like it. No, I want to move on from this right away. I'm going to go back now, I think, to reading The Dagger and the Flame. However, my book has arrived, so I'm going to see how quickly I can read that one, and I might actually start the other one tonight, and I'll do a little unboxing for you because I'm so excited about this one. What time is it? 9:40. I'm sat outside reading. I literally love this book so much. Like, I feel like it's giving enemies to lovers in the best way and slow burn in the best way. Absolutely thrilled. I'm gonna be sad to finish this one. I have like 120 pages left, so I do definitely think I'm capable of finishing it tonight. The weather is perfect now. It's perfect temperature outside. I still know it's going to be really hot to sleep, but you win some, you lose some. Oh my gosh, not my latest kiss.
Oh my goodness.
Ah! This book is so good. It's going too well, actually. I don't trust it. It's going too well at this point in the book. That's when you know disaster is about to occur. Okay, I thought I would update because it is 10 to 11 and I still have another like 90 pages left to read. I do still think I am going to get it finished tonight because I'm just like so invested. But I feel like this book is so good because I just can't blame anyone for their decisions, obviously other than the bad guys. But like, it was so enemies to lovers, so slow burn, and now it's like the thing that's gonna get in the way. I'm trying to say this without spoiling it. Is like, can you blame him? You know, you don't know what I mean unless you read it. But like, I don't know what I would do in that situation. This is so good, genuinely. I have really enjoyed this book. This has been exactly what I was craving on the fantasy front, like, perfect.
Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountain, Shenandoah River. Life is old there, older than.
Good morning. Be honest, do these make me look like Dr. Octopus? I think they do. I actually low-key think they do. Okay, anyway, last night I ended up finishing The Dagger and the Flame and I loved it. I actually finished it like before 12, so I was like pretty happy. It was like 20... Hello? It was like 20 to 12. Had a great time with that book. I initially rated it 5-star. Okay. I initially rated it 5-star, but then I dropped it down to 4.5 just because I wasn't like obsessed with the character. Like, I think they did the enemies to lovers really, there was just something, it wasn't quite a 5-star, and I initially rated it as a 5-star, but then I was like thinking of my other 5 stars and I was like, right, it didn't have that same, because the real telltale point was that my sister has the second one and I was like, oh, I definitely will read that, but I didn't want to immediately like go on to it. So 4.5 star, which is amazing. I don't think I ever really spoke about what it was about, but it's basically 2 organizations both use this like controlled substance called shade. One of them, the cloaks, use it to like thieves, so they put it in their clothes and it keeps them kind of invisible, like an invisibility cloak kind of, and then the others like drink it and it makes them like murderous and they kill people. They're the daggers and they're like assassins. and the main girl, her mum gets killed, and she's not really sure why, because her mum's like a smuggler, so like she was quite important to the distribution of Shade, and so it's basically uncovering why her mum was murdered, while at the same time there was also a target on her back, like placed by the assassins, so she has an assassin after her. It was so much fun. I really enjoyed it, and it was literally exactly what I wanted from a fantasy in that moment, so I just like couldn't ask for anything better, really. I spent the morning reading Lynn Painter, well, not the morning, but I've started First and Forever. I read that this morning, and oh my gosh, Lynn Painter. I'm like not very far in at all, but why are all her books so good? I just love the writing style of it. It's so fun. Like I think it's very rare that, like, I'm a big emotional reactor to books. I cry at books. I like get really upset, like mainly upset. Like it sticks with me. I'm not a massive one for laughing like out loud unless I'm reading a Lynn Painter. Like I got literally like 3 pages in and I started laughing. Like I was like, this is so funny. This is so silly. I kind of know a little bit. I know that it's a fake dating book. I've not got to that arrangement yet, but I'm getting a little bit of backstory where basically it's setting up, I guess, why they need that. So she is part of like a public scandal from the football team because she pushed the team mascot, but she pushed him because he like was a bit too forward and he deserved to be pushed, let's put it that way. But basically that part was cut out, so all it was seeing her like shove the beloved team mascot, and so she's currently doing some press to try and like tell her side of the story, because people are like, she's cursed the football team, like and she's getting booed everywhere she goes. And the guy is like the star player of the team, and he like came out in support of her, but his support basically revealed like a whole conspiracy type, not conspiracy, but that's what people think it is, where it wasn't one-off behavior from this mascot. And so his like publicity team is like, you have to show that this isn't some kind of conspiracy, I guess, and it's not a cover-up, and you need to basically renew public favor with the team, which is so much fun. Like, oh my gosh. And I'm just really excited about the premise of having a sports romance that in theory, if it follows all of Lynn Painter's books, it's going to be clean, which is fun. This isn't one of her YA books, which is also interesting to see like the distinction, because it definitely goes into that area a little bit more, but usually not very explicit, which is ideal, like perfect. So I'm definitely gonna, hello baby, I'm gonna keep on moving. I'm gonna move out of here just because it is so warm, and also we watched like an interview this morning, on this morning, coincidentally, because I'm a grandma and I watched this morning. It was all about how dogs don't know how to like protect themselves in the heat. So, oh.
Hi, Ash, so I want to know that it looks okay from the back. Don't, this will go down. I just had it as a roller. Okay.
Oh yeah, that looks cute.
Can you take a screenshot from the back, please?
Yeah, say hi to the vlog.
Hi, vlog.
But yeah, that is where I'm at. She's currently doing an interview and they've brought him on. And I guess that's going to be like the start of, oh my gosh, why is he so woofy? But I'm gonna move out of this room now because it is a bit warm. I also made an iced coffee, but I made it like in the, you know, like the craze in lockdown, the like whipped coffee. I made it like that. It is so good, but I will say, thank God it's decaf because it's so strong, which I like, because now I'm like, it feels like I'm drinking coffee, not just like iced milk. But yeah, I think this would get you if it wasn't decaf. Okay, let's move out and keep reading. I have a feeling this could potentially be a 5-star read. Oh no. Oh no. I'm currently hiding out in a room with the curtains closed to keep myself cool, which is actually working wonders, and I feel like life is worth living. But I am a little bit further into the book now, and I just wanted to comment because it's really interesting, because anyone who reads Lynn Painter will know, Lynn Painter loves a good old fake dating. As do I. I'm simply just a girl. But I saw this one advertised. I think Lynn Painter herself like posted, or maybe it was Simon Teen. Anyway, they posted what the tropes of this book were. And it was like one-sided fake dating. And I was like, one-sided fake dating? That just sounds like manipulation. And I was a bit confused about how it was going to play out, and I feel like we're just starting to get to the point where it's revealed how it's going to play out in the book now. And I gotta say, I'm not feeling any better about it. I'm worried. I'm not... It's weird, because I also think one of the interesting things Lynn Painter does in her books is it's fake dating, but it's pretty much always like instant attraction or instant affection, at least. So it's like, it makes this whole... I feel like I'm being really cryptic, but obviously I don't want to spoil the book for you. But I'm really intrigued by this like one-sided fake dating, and I'm very, very worried because I feel protective of Duffy, who's the main girl, and I don't want her to get... Well, now I've spoiled it because we know now. Lynn Painter does such a great job of making compelling characters that you actually feel emotionally invested in, and it's because of that that I am now deeply concerned about the welfare of the characters. And I'm just like so intrigued. I'm like, one-sided fake dating. It's just, it's kind of like, it feels like an extension almost of the like bet trope, you know, where it's like, oh, they bet me I couldn't turn you into prom queen or something. It feels a little bit like that, where it's like one person is aware of boundaries in the relationship that the other person wasn't, or a history to do with the beginning of the relationship that the other person isn't. And I'm never like, I don't love that trope. It makes me really nervous. So I am really intrigued to see how it's going to go, because I think it could make me turn against a character if it feels too like sad and like questionable. But I'm going to keep going because I am enjoying it, and I just think it's, her writing style is so bingeable, like I don't really want to put it down, so we're not going to. Did you have a bath? Did you have a bath, baby? Are you nice and cool? Yeah, do you want me to itch your back, Cookie? We just gave the dogs a bath because it is so boiling and it was so hot. And now I'm going to try and read outside as long as I can bear it, which likely won't be very long. So I'll keep you updated, but I'm literally loving the book. It is so fun. It's so good. It's probably not my favourite of hers, but it's exactly what I need. I'm actually going to make iced coffee first because I had one this morning. It was really good, and I promised my mum I would make her one, so I'm going to do that right now, and then I'll try again going outside. We'll see. I really don't envisage it being successful, but that's fine. What are you reading?
I am reading Witch Light, which is actually very beautiful and very sad and very haunting.
Have you been enjoying your bank holiday?
I have loved my bank holiday.
I'm gonna eat my thing, drink my iced coffee, which, look how it turned out. It's really good, guys.
It's delicious.
Can 10 out of 10 recommend.
Star.
She's reached supreme levels of relaxation. No one has ever seen a woman this relaxed before. This is really sad, actually. Listen to this line. So she's speaking to her mother's grave, by the way. I want all the wisdom I was supposed to get from you when I got older. I was still young and dumb when you died. Still the mental equivalent of a college kid. All the things that you were supposed to teach me about being an adult, like why people care about cleaning baseboards and how do you even do it. I still need all of those things from you. How am I ever going to have babies without you holding my hand through it? Oh my god.
It's tough.
Ooh. Hello, okay, I finished First and Forever last night and I did really enjoy it. I would say, I think I ended up giving it a 3.75 star just because I enjoyed the beginning a lot, and as always the banter and the characters were so fun and I like loved them so much, but for me it was just quite insta-lovey. There wasn't really anything, they weren't apart basically, they were basically together for the whole book, and the fake dating part, like, it was not fake dating. So the plot, there didn't feel like there was a whole lot moving the plot forward, and then even the point of conflict towards the end was resolved so quickly, and I was like, guys, like, did I just read an entire book just about a happy couple? That's kind of, maybe it's like wrong of me, but like, that's not really what I want to read about. I want to read about the drama and like, oh my god, does he actually like me? I don't know. It was abundantly clear they were both obsessed with each other, but like I said, I couldn't rate it lower than when I rated it, because there's just something so engaging and bingeable about Lynn Painter's writing style that I did have a good time reading it. It just wasn't like up there with my other favourites of hers. Her non-YA ones have always seem a little bit more like insta-lovey to me, and I know a lot, like, some people like that, so I guess that's just a book for those people. It just wasn't necessarily my favourite style of work, and like, I think it's also just, I went in with such high expectations because it's Lynn Painter, and so probably if it was someone else and I hadn't read their books before, I would have been like, oh, what a great fun book. And I did feel that way, but like, it just wasn't up to scratch, and it just wasn't my favourite thing ever, so I did end up rating it 3.75. It just missed a 4-star mark, but I will say again, like I said, the characters, the banter is just always so great. The one thing I always find really funny with Lynn Painter's books is the girls are always like known as like really awkward, and like they don't have a whole lot of friends and they struggle with relationships, and I'm like, why? They are the most, like, you're telling me you can just like, you can riff with a guy like that, you have impeccable sarcasm and flirting ability. What do you mean? What do you mean you don't have any success with guys? I wish I could have half of the charisma that these girls have in her books. But anyway, I'm pretty happy with the amount of reading I did. I read two full books. Is that right? 2 full books? And finished off one. I think that's right. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. And now I'm just going to go outside and melt in the heat. Yay!